Pat has the lead and they're just talking to each other. It's 3 laps and then we have sausages.
We've got stuff on to the second half sausage?
You can have the sausage over the fence, I think.
It might go cold if you guys go this slow.
Yeah, can you hurry up?
Hurry up, because we want to eat our sausages. No, we should... there's money on the line here. So no speed on... It's a safe speed. It's walking pace or more. Not a problem there. But it is over 3 laps, so I think neither rider wants to turn this into a 900 metre sprint. So in that respect, the first lap sometimes just a formality. Paces come right off as they decide to make maximum use of the shade that is in that bottom right hand corner. Pat watching John like a hawk.
You in finals?
He knows John can't get underneath him. They're half wheeling there, they're overlapping wheels. John's not going to be able to dive under. He could come over the top, but Pat's watching him, so he doesn't want to do that when Pat's watching him.
Run out of videotape of this, right?
Imagine how long it'll take to load to YouTube.
About a month.
Yeah, what's with that? He used to like really quick uploading.
Carl's suggesting when he uploads this to YouTube, he'll have it on high speed. It'll make it look like they're actually
What's the
travelling.
YouTube thing? Is it your connection? Or
It's just mine.
you want to try sticking the file on your USB and loading it from it? Maybe it's not too.
Pat sporting the old
So I've got the
Blackburn kit, or Blackburn jersey anyway.
a C-Class network posted behind it. And if the guys I'm doing through, they don't charge me extra to do it, and everyone else is going to charge me about
So just a little under 2 laps to go.
traffic through it. So
Still no speed, still both riders
Well, I got 50 and
happy with the status quo.
an eye on it. And the base rate is that.
John happy to stay up on his felt bike up
Because they just
on the
kept,
fence.
like, they went from 10-10
Pat happy to keep him there.
50.
Each will have or should have a plan for the race, and it's a question of how those plans counteract each other.
Don't rush these things, Carl.
Carl is very eager to race Nick later on, so he wants
I'm
this.
hungry, I want a sausage.
Mmm, protein.
Get out of here.
You were holding a piece of bread in front of his face. That's called carbs.
No, there's sausage in it.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's got sauce on it, but I won't touch it. I'm going to guarantee I won't steal your food, put tomato sauce on it.
Okay.
Is this lap 2? Or?
They're coming up to get the bell. Well, they'll get there eventually.
Whose idea was it to make the finals 3 laps,
Yeah,
Carl?
Carl, bloody hell.
About 4 years ago. This isn't going to work for Pat. He hasn't got the talent. He's doing the wrong thing.
So now this is the point where something could happen. Because after all that building up of tension, the bell is often something that relieves that and causes someone to jump.
If you go early, it's not going to work for you.
What the hell was that?
There's the bell, but they decide they still want to have a chat, keep things nice and civil. Speed has picked up a little, but no sprint. Certainly we're nowhere near that yet. Pat decides to go early, uses a little, didn't really hook John up the track, but did manage to get the bank, to get the gap, and he's got 3 or 4 bike lengths on him. John's chasing hard, and he is making up some ground, but I have a feeling that he's left it too late, or he's going to come off Pat's wheel, and he's swung up a little high. That's cost him some distance and time, but he does have the horsepower. He's got a bit of an engine. He's got bigger gears. He's got long legs. So Lisa will not be taken for granted. Decides to go under and take the lead off Merv, and Merv seemed happy for that to happen. Now Lisa, unlike the previous race, this race has started off at a much faster rate. Drifting a bit up and down, and Merv could certainly go under there again if he wanted to, but I think he's happy to be towed around at this point. Coming around to get 2 to go. So now they've essentially swapped positions. And Elisa taking the lead, happy at the lead. So what Merv got is he got a plan B. He lost the lead there. I'm not sure he really wanted to lose it. He's happy just to sit and be towed around, but Lisa doesn't look like she's fatiguing. It's not like she's going at full pelt. So they're going to come up and get the bell, and Merv is in a bad spot there. He's just clamped on her wheel. He tries to go under, did it well. She looked over her right shoulder. Merv went under her left.
Come on, Merv!
And now he has the inside line. He's going to have the shorter way home. Elisa, faster qualifier, Merv, with the lead at the moment, and will have a shorter distance to go. Elisa's going to have to go around a long way, and she hasn't quite caught up to him yet. Merv doing an excellent job there. Needs to hold it tight in the bottom straight. They come to hit the line. It's going to be a close one. I was listening to them before you were born. Andrew Steele has the lead here.
Could A grade find their way down to the run-in, please? A grade to the run-in, thanks.
Third place in B grade is on offer. And Aaron decides that he is going to make this a very long race. Has he remembered this is a 3-lap race? He's gone with 2 3/4 laps to go. So he's gone with about 700-800 metres still to go. He's going to come up to get 2 to go. He is the points race specialist. He is the enduro of the two. This will hurt Andrew. Andrew will be on a bigger gear, but not having done much training of late, aerobically this is going to hurt him. He has, however, closed that gap down. If he could just get up a little closer, get towed around, then leave the gap to accelerate back into, if he's got anything left, that's the question. They're coming around to get the bell. Aaron has decided now to soft pedal back into Andrew. And the pace has gone right off. Good move this by Andrew. Nothing kills a sprinter's legs more than a change of pace. And now Andrew is the one that goes underneath. Not much of a door opening there, but he took what was on offer. He has the inside line now, but Aaron seems to have more matches to burn, had more in reserve. Probably reflective of the amount of training each has done over the last few months. And Aaron, Carl is racing as well as I've seen him of late.
Bring your chair closer.
Train together.
You can sit there. There you go. You right?
They're in the gym together. And we'll leave it at
It's
that.
starting to settle down. That's the cool water. Stopping,
So Nick has drawn the lead.
stopping the itch.
3 laps to go. Happy to have Carl over his right hand shoulder. Both riders have had some very hard, fast racing today, so they're feeling a little bit of fatigue.
Because your
Speed
hand,
coming right off.
so that keeps it cooler. So when you get any itch,
Carl just
see
trying
how
to
that's
slow it
settling
down to
It's
maybe
the cool water that's settling.
get more distance between him and Nick, but Nick slowing down in turn.
Your heat from your hand will transfer.
So status
to
quo
the
is maintained. Or again, maybe they were just maximising their time in the shade.
Feeling better?
Carl says, enough of this.
Another tissue?
You don't want the lead? I'll take it. No, I won't.
No?
I'll dance all around you. I'll get you thinking. Nick would have a plan, but if Carl disrupts that, then Nick's got to come up with plan B. And in the classic move there, Carl had him looking over his right shoulder, goes under his left, but didn't want to start the sprint with more than 2 laps to go. So essentially they've just swapped roles now. Carl has the lead with 2 laps to go, has Nick on his right shoulder. This is panning out to be a great race. They're probably going to want similar things out of this race, which makes it interesting. Looks like Carl's on a slightly bigger gear than Nick, so maybe Nick will want to jump early, or feint a jump as he did then. Carl didn't twitch to that, so he throws in a dummy of his own. They're having fun, that's for sure, but it's going to get serious now because the bell will ring. Carl hooks Nick up the fence, the bell rings, and there's a drive for that first corner. Both want to get the lead here. Carl doing his best to make sure Nick doesn't come round in front of him to drop in front. And Carl doing well here, has opened up a couple of bike lengths. Nick's chasing hard, and he's done this before today. He's chased hard and him come over the top, but not today, not this race. Neil and Nick. Not quite Bill and Ben, the flower pot men, but Neil and Nick, track sprinters.
Nurse
You hurt
Nene.
yourself?
She did.
Damn, hey, what happened?
Neil, very
Got a rash.
accomplished
Yeah, she's got a rash.
mountain biker and criterium racer. Used to race St Kilda on a Sunday morning, and then ride here and race here, and then wonder why his flying 200 wasn't any good, or he wasn't racing as well as he could. Now that he's focusing on this, he's firmly entrenched in A grade and pulling off PBs every week or every month.
Like a real cyclist.
Not afraid to go early if he feels he can exploit that. 2 laps to go. A nice confident speed, but
Okay. Remember, it's cool.
just looking at the cadence, it looks like Neil on the bigger gear, which is not surprising. Has ridden over 100 inches here. If you're ever going to do it on a nice day like today, that's the time to do it. I don't think he's riding 100 today. Doing a good job here of keeping Nick up on the fence. Door slightly open for Nick to go underneath, but not really. Plenty of room to go over the top. And the red rag is waved, masquerading as a bell. And it's a drag race, elbow to elbow here. Nick having to go the long way home. Neil with the inside running and maybe a little bit higher top speed. Looks like he's going to come home and take 3rd place in A grade. I'd be playing Carl's Star Wars theme if I could find it. This should be another cracker. It was a great race when they met in the rounds, with Chris in the end just holding off Jamie.
What's the day?
The 6th.
Well,
It's a 3-lapper,
Your birthday coming up.
so it's a 900 metre
7-8.
race. 3 laps here is a lot more than 3 laps at Kiss. May not seem like much, but another 150 metres is a long way.
October.
So Jamie trying to get a bit of height there, and Chris showing why he's such a good sprinter. He just picks up the speed while staying in the saddle, just pushes harder on the pedals, opens up a gap, which pulls Jamie back down.
my middle name being Patrick.
Jamie tries again, goes up high. Chris picks up the speed. Now Chris is half tracking here. Wants to be careful that James not going to go underneath, and he closes that opportunity down just in case it was there. Looks like Chris's plan is to keep Jamie on his right shoulder so he can see him all the time and not let him get underneath him. So a bit over a lap and a half to go. Bit of a feint there from Jamie. He doesn't know how to get around Chris, apart from getting over the top. Pick up of speed, not a sprint, but just kicking up over a bit of a rise there so you don't lose momentum and leg speed. Door is open there, and this time Jamie has taken it. Takes the lead and has opened up the throttle with a lap to go. Drifts right out of the lane, which gives Chris the opportunity to come under again if he wants to. Wasn't close enough to do it. So now he's going to have to pin his ears back and chase hard. Jamie is quick look under the arms to see where Chris is. Chris is coming, Chris is coming. Has he got enough speed with only 40 metres to go to get over the top? I don't think so. I think Jamie may hold him up here, and he has. Final lap.